is Jake Korbakes, and you are now listening to Line for Line Podcast.
10,000 hours I put in this process. I came from the projects, I ain't going back. I gotta get it, you dig it. I promise my babies will never leave them in a pickle. I'm blessed. Laugh at the devil when he try to hurt us. I'm seeing these hurdles, I cleared them, yes. Hard work and dedication, yes. I'm on top, that's elevation, yes. All these numbers look like the Matrix, yes. If you want the money, then why you waiting? Line for line and keep doing numbers. I gave them the game, trust we live for the summer. Got doctors and artists and athletic speakers. Come learn from my come up, I'm better than people. I'm in love with the grind, I'm in love with the culture. Do this for the fam, do this for Kenosha. You know I got you.
Just like that, we are back in another episode of Line for Line. Very talented kid in the building today. I'll go ahead and let him introduce himself to the world, sir.
I'm Jake Korbakes. I'm from Austin, Texas, and then Kenosha, Wisconsin. And I'm playing basketball in Johnson City, Tennessee, with Experience Prep Academy right now.
Mm-hmm. There's like so many questions with that opening monologue right there.
Yeah.
From Texas, huh?
Yes, sir.
How'd you find Wisconsin?
Well, I've always visited in like the summers and always Christmas. My mom's side, her whole side lives in the Kenosha, Racine, Pleasant Prairie area, and then my grandparents live in Winter Harbor in Illinois, right on the border. Okay. So I've always been like familiar with this city and like town, and I've always came up since a little kid.
Gotcha. Where'd you go to high school?
Tremper, Kenosha.
Now,
and I went to high school in Texas too, Cedar Park High School.
Okay, nice. And what part of Texas exactly was it again?
It's Austin, so Austin, the central Texas area. Mm-hmm. So, and there's a lot of athletes come from that area, so it's pretty. You got to take what you can get.
Yes, sir. So tell us a little bit about how you got interested in basketball. When was the ball put in your hands?
A ball has always been put in my hands, like legit any ball, soccer, football, basketball, and baseball. So I grew up playing those three, and then when I hit middle school, I started playing football. So I started playing in those four, and then high school, I played. Freshman year at Tremper, I played all four my first year, and then I quit soccer after my sophomore, when going into my sophomore year.
Yes, and how old did you say you were again now?
I'm 19.
19, wow, so you fresh out of high school,
yeah.
First year of college. Where'd you go for college first year?
It's post-grad, so it's not college just yet. It's like an intermediate between high school and college, and then I'll go to college after this.
Nice.
Yeah, so we play colleges too, so like I'm just getting interest right now, so this second semester, that's really when the looks and going to go work out for schools should start happening for me.
Yes, sir. Where are you interested in going the most for college?
There's a few D2s that interest me in Tennessee, and then there's Walter State, that's a JUCO D1 in Tennessee, and then there's another JUCO D1 in Milwaukee that I've been texting back and forth with the coach that's interested. And so I'm really looking to go JUCO right now instead of going D2 and grind that out for another 2 years and then see what I can get.
Yes, sir.
After that.
Build your reps up, build your stamina up, really prepare yourself for the bigger stage, huh?
Yes, sir.
What are some pieces of motivation that you received as a kid that sticks with you now?
Just really how, like, being brought up and seeing how much my dad grinded and, like, always found a way to pay for my sports year-round. Mm-hmm. Like, paying for 3 sports year-round is not easy. And he always managed to, like, put me first and my sister first and not really him, and that's really inspiring. And then I have and uncles that really inspire me. They let me stay at their places when I moved here, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, I have a really good support system around me, and that's really what helps me stay motivated, and God, too.
Yes, sir. What position is it that you play exactly?
I could splurge a little bit through 1 through 4. Yeah. I can guard, like, 7-footers. I can box out. I usually, because, like, with the prep school, when we play like the top teams, we go zone sometimes, and like sometimes it's a 1-3-1, and I'm the very back of the 1-3-1 because I'm a huge communicator and talker, and like I can see the whole floor. And then I would have to box out some dogs, some big dudes.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Who are some people in the major leagues that you look at? You know,
right now I'm really like Greg Brown. I grew up playing against him in Texas. He's playing with the Portland Trailblazers.
Nice.
So it's like, it's really cool seeing someone like a year ahead of me already there doing what he wants to do. And like, that's pretty inspiring.
What type of motivation does that give you, that people grace the same court?
It's crazy because like kids I grew up playing against in middle school, some are at Kansas right now. there's Ivy League schools some of the kids are playing at, and then like even like friends of mine like playing baseball D1, and so I got good friends too that like they're showing me the way and stuff, and I just gotta just keep my head down and stay consistent.
Yes, sir. You're around the same age as the guy Reese Dutton, aren't you?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah. How'd you meet him?
I met him through baseball, and then his younger brother's in my grade too. So
Nice.
I was good friends with his brother and stuff, and we hung out quite a few times when he was a senior here
Nice.
at Tremper.
What are some things that you're doing now to keep yourself basketball ready?
Going to when I come into town, I practice with Tremper, and that helps me stay in shape. And I run sprints when they gotta run sprints and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm really like a part of that. And then going to the rec or Planet Fitness, there's really like not too much to do when you're trying to get something achieved. There's no like I don't know like people. You just really can't. You got to stick your nose down. You know your friends, and you just got to keep that group close to you.
Yes, sir. So it's safe to say that you know Coach Morris over there at
Yes,
Tremper,
sir.
huh?
Yes, sir.
What are some things that you feel like you can learn from him? And
He's taught me a lot of things. He's got a lot of knowledge, and even outside of basketball, he's taught me like just like with his family and the relationship he has with his daughter and stuff and everything like that. So he's taught me a lot, and it's just nice to have a mentor like that by me. And like if I have questions or like need some help or like film and stuff like that, I could always hit him up, and
Yes,
he'll be there to respond.
yes, sir. Now, what type of player would you say it is that you are out there on the court and that the next team scouting you will get?
My team, it's like you'll love me as if you're on my team, but if you're playing against me, you're gonna hate me.
Yeah?
I'm a vocal player. I think like energy is something you could have 100% every game, and that's something I bring. And I like to. Everyone can score. I can score, and I like to like splurge the stat sheet, like get everything I can do, take charges, just do little things, and that helps my game be consistent because the little things is done at every level.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, I did hear you say that you practice around with Tremper over there and all that. What are some things that you can help those guys with since you're a little bit ahead
Just
of
the
them?
knowledge and like what I've learned a lot is just like getting a rebound and outletting and like just running your lanes hard, and like especially running like that's one of the biggest things is running your lanes and going to the middle instead of playing the sidelines and transition because you got options both sides, and that helps you just see the floor. And like the game, like when I went back, it was crazy. Like the first time I like got into like a scrimmage with them, the game completely changed for me. It was like slow motion. It was insane. It was insane. It was cool to see too. My game like building up and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. Now, if you had that one guy, that one younger guy, ask you that one specific question on how to stay consistent, what would be the piece of advice you would give them?
I would say really tighten up your friend group and tell them your dreams, and if they're your friends, they're gonna help you try and keep you consistent at the same time. Like when I come down, Lucas, my boy Lucas, he's always texting me, "Hey, let's go to the rec." I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it. I'm down." And just when you get consistent, it's like you wake up and say you don't do what you usually do. It's like, damn, I need to go to the gym. I haven't gone to the gym. Then you start wanting to like go to the gym instead of like, oh, I got to go to the gym. Like, you know what I mean? And it's just really just waking up and going to go do it.
Yes, sir. Now, if there was one piece of your game that you feel like you could work on that much more, what would it be?
I would say just getting a little more creative with the ball, dribbling, just getting a little shiftier and creative, creating more space and stuff like that. Because I got the catch and shoot. That's pretty much on lock for me right now. And, like, I drive a lot, but, like, nowadays with the teams we're playing, everyone's usually 6'4", 6'5", and I'm 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah.
So that's small from, like, basketball perspective. But it's confidence too at the same time. Like if you got to be confident, you got to want to score the ball, you got to want to make the play, you got to want to be the guy, and that's you got to be ready for all that.
Now, as we get ready to close out this amazing episode, there was one thing that you would say you want people to remember you for the most when it comes to basketball after it's all said and done. What would that be?
It would to be like a floor general, just a leader, a voice that you'll always hear on the court, no matter how big the gym is, no how many people are in there. You're always going to hear me yelling away, yelling gap, defense, all that stuff. I put defense first before my scoring and all that. I really care about that and locking down the dude in front of me.
Yes, sir. Well, with that being said, young man, we just wrapped up an amazing episode of Line for Line. We appreciate you coming on, sir.
Thank you.
You calling or you listening, tune in every week. Line for line. Oh yeah, I'm going line for line.